Hello everybody, my name is Hamish Prime here with Technoladget.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the Motorola Xoom, which is this Android 3. I think it's been updated to 3.1 Honeycomb device, and so yeah, let's take a look at it. First up, I want to just show you a couple of the different features it has, which is kind of constant around many different kinds of tablets. So let's look at the browser first. So you can see it opens straight up to where I was before, browsing the Technoladget homepage, even though I write for it, so I know everything that's on here anyway. So let's say we open up a new tab, and it's going to go to the designated homepage, which is the Big Pond one, it seems. That's basically all because of the carrier it's running on and stuff. So what page should we go to? Say let's go to apple.com. Just see. As you can see, it's a pretty fast browser. It gets through everything decently quickly. You can scroll. It sometimes does lag a little bit, I must say. In different areas, I don't know what's happening there really. But now I also want to show you it does handle Flash as well. So if you let me show you, say for example on the Facebook page. So here we go. I'll just blur out all my details once I've actually logged in. But so as you can see here, we've logged into my Facebook homepage, and you can see down the bottom the little chat window. This, if you know, sorry, I've sort of gone into the search thing. So if you know anything, if you've ever used an iPad, you would definitely know that chat doesn't show up on the Facebook page, basically because it is Flash and the iPad does not support Flash. However, Android 3.0 does. So you can see here's all my online friends. Basically, that's all of them there. It is sort of flickering around a bit, which I don't know what's happening with that. But let's say I go to start a chat with Holly. Okay. So you can see it's got all of our recent chat and stuff. I can type, hey. As I said, it might take me a little while to find where the keys are all, because I'm a little bit sort of used to the iPad, you might say. So I've sent that. She might not reply because it's Holly, and sometimes she doesn't do that. But there we go. So you can see we don't have much room between the top of the keyboard and the top of the device here. So my chat window is very, very small, and so is all my online friends. That may seem a little impractical. So I can imagine when you're actually wanting to chat on Facebook, you would do something like what you do on an iPad and install a dedicated chatting client. So yeah, basically I'm pretty sure that's all you need to see there. Let's log out of my account, because this is actually a development testing device. So down the bottom we've got all the standard keys. This one basically takes you to the homepage. This one takes you back. So say we're in Twitter, and we tapped on this, which should take you to some of the trending things of next Friday. If I press the back button, it's going to take me back and back again. Here we've got all the apps that are recently open in multitasking, and if you hold down on the screen, you can come into the sort of customization menu, where you can see here we've got all the app shortcuts that I could drag. So say I wanted a shortcut to the calculator, I can sort of just drag this on. I think if I hold down, I can get into here. Let's put it down there, because that was kind of constant. We can also look at widgets. I've got an analog clock, web bookmarks, which that's pretty nice. You can just sort of, I can show you that as well in a second. All these different things: Google Marketplace, Latitude, Google Search, etc., etc. Twitter's got a widget, so it seems. So let's drag this on, just because. Don't know if there's any room on this page anymore. Oh yeah, so let's dump that in there. If I go back to here, you can see I'm not actually signed into Twitter at the moment, so it's not going to work. But if we have a look up here, we've got the bookmark widget. So say Big Pond seems to be bookmarked. Click on that, boom, there you go, straight to Big Pond. Let's go back home. We've got the YouTube widget, which you can sort of scroll through almost. If we want to watch a YouTube video, let's click on this one. It's going to take you straight to the YouTube page, where eventually this will start loading and you'll be able to watch it. I think while I'm in the YouTube app, maybe let's take a look at some of the stuff in here. So it is very it's very different to the iPad. I'm going to use the iPad as a comparison a lot here because they are very sort of similar tablets, and you know, you might want to compare the two. So it does look, it's a very different UI. It's keeping to the same sort of standard Android user interface, and you get all these different options. If we turn up the volume a bit, so you hear it. See, there we go. You can hear it's playing. You can tap on here. I think here we go. You can go full screen if you want. I'll turn it down a bit so you can still hear me. So yeah, we can see that's playing full screen. It looks pretty good. I think high quality option, which will take a second to load, but it's good that you still get all the different sort of ooh, I think I might have just taken that off high quality. So by default it's on high quality mode. It's good that you still get all the little options, however, down the bottom, such as your your home buttons, etc., etc. You've got sharing options, so I can share it to Twitter with Gmail. I think anything that's really installed on the device. Also got different options here, such as copying the URL, save to. So say I could save this to like a YouTube account into a different sort of playlist I've got, favorite it. I'm not logged in on here at the moment. Let's get out of this. Tap down, get out of this. So as you can see here, we're in a channel view. So I can see this is the Technoladget channel. We're very new here, so you can see we've only got 7 subscribers. Only uploaded 3 videos. It's all pretty new. There's Ewan talking about different things. Have a subscribe option. We can look at some of the favorites of this channel that's been favorited. Activity, you can see playlists. Don't think there are any at the moment. And then you've also got the same. You've got sort of settings options here. If we go back to YouTube, this is the home page here. So we can just sort of drag through this weird sort of carousel animation effect, and none of these videos are really catching my interest that I want to watch that much. But you can have different browsing options, as you can see down the bottom here. We can say people and blogs, for example. So this will show you different videos categorized in that category. Let's also, we can, if I was logged in, it would show you your channel there. But if you wanted to search for something, you know, same thing applies here. So one of the guys I like to watch on YouTube is Soldier Knows Best. He really does have a lot of sort of good, you know, tutorials and stuff. So if we search for him, all of his videos show up here. Got different ones, you can see. It's in hundreds and hundreds of videos he's done. So definitely, if you haven't already heard of him, check him out, because he does do some great stuff. But we can, you know, go back. It's all pretty standard. It looks like it also has a voice search, which is kind of cool. That's searching that. Don't know how I got that. I don't know what that is, but okay. If we go back to home now, we can continue looking around the sort of home screen. So I've got a clock widget here. If you hold down, you can drag this sort of thing around. 3.0 Honeycomb, sorry, 3.1 Honeycomb, which I don't think is actually installed on this device at the current time. You can have resizable widgets. So say I was to hold down on this, and I could sort of drag it around, depending on whether the widget had been developed in the way to make that work. You know, we can look at the Android marketplace in here, which has a bunch of, you know, pretty good Android apps. However, it does, after a little while of use, become pretty apparent the fragmentation issues, which are always talked a lot about with Android, but they've never really ever been a problem that much for iOS. So if we look at, for example, to demonstrate that, the Angry Birds app, which isn't still open in my multitasking, but let's have a look at it anyway. So as you can see, it's not using the whole, oh, there we go, it is using the whole screen real estate we've got here. Looks all pretty nice quality enough. So, but let's say we go into level. So this is level 1. It's going to show us, you know, the starting sort of clip thing. All looks pretty great. It's not like pixelated or anything to that much of an extent. However, if you look, I'm not sure if it's going to show up to you quite as well on the camera. However, it is very, very clear to somebody who's actually using this that there are sort of bad. It's bad quality images. If you see like all the grass and stuff, it doesn't look very crisp, or sort of sharp. But you know, it all works. It's pretty responsive compared to, that was a horrible shot, compared to a lot of other, what I find annoying about Android personally, and why I like iOS better, is sometimes it feels almost a little bit sort of laggy. However, 3.0 definitely doesn't feel like that. As you can see, none of my home screens are really customized, but 3.0 feels very sort of smooth. It keeps up with your tapping and stuff. It doesn't really lag around the system much. So you know, your notifications come in around here. You can get your clock, your information, Wi-Fi network, battery percentage. I think we can go into different settings, lock screen orientation, brightness. Let's bring the brightness up. You might actually be able to see it a bit better now. It's going to kill the battery faster. You can look at all your apps you've got. Email, for example. Pretty sure I'm not logged into any email account here. Maybe I'll do that later when I, you know, get around to reviewing it all. But yeah, that's a Gmail widget. What else have we got that you might be interested in? It's got a Google search bar up the top, so you know, quickly Google search something if you wanted to. I'd show you the camera, but for some reason it's not really been working properly for me. So it's constantly giving me this error message, which I don't know why, but you know, maybe it's just something there. I don't have any of my data still on here, so I would show you like music and stuff. However, as I said, don't have any music in my library. However, we can look at different, you know, artists. Again, let's get the same message here. Same deal with gallery. Oh, there are a few photos must have been taken sometime, I don't know when. But as I was saying before, that sort of feels a lot more sort of smooth than it would have on a lot of different other Android builds that we've had. We can go up here, quickly go to the customization mode. But yeah, other than that, maybe I should talk a little bit about hardware here now. So, what is something that kind of actually took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to find out was where the sleep wake button was. And actually, you can see the plastic covering still on here, but the home button is right here. My thumb is, so if I press that, goes off, press it, comes on. But that, you know, every single other mobile device I've used, the on-off button has always been like right on the top, whereas in this case, I've got the volume sort of rocker. On the back of the device, let's just have a quick look here. Top sort of plasticky area. Basically, I'm pretty sure that's where all the aerial is, because down here is aluminum, so you know, not going to get a signal out of there. We've got a camera here, LED flash, dual flash it looks like, and 2 speakers on either side. Looking at the top now, we've got a headphone jack and SIM card slot, and yeah, we've got a forward-facing camera up the top, Motorola's logo, and I'm pretty sure this looks like a light sensor down the bottom here, but I couldn't be 100% sure. Looking at the maps, pretty, you can turn GPS on. I'm not going to do that at the moment because I can't really be bothered, but you can see here we are down there. You can drag around. Just came from hockey over there actually. You can search maps, got a voice search as well, locate where you are, directions. We can look at different layers. We can say we wanted to satellite mode, which kind of looks a bit ugly, almost transit lines. Don't know if this is going to work in Melbourne. In fact, I'm pretty sure there aren't any sort of traffic things, but we can look at my maps. Don't know, you know, all this different sort of stuff. Oh no, you know, it's pretty good, pretty detailed maps app. So this Motorola Xoom device, it's a pretty good tablet. I'll definitely be giving you a very detailed review of the thing, text in like written format. However, this is just me talking to you about the different sort of features of the device. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. My name is Hamish Pry. I'm from Technoladget.com. You can follow me on Twitter at HamletPry. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and you can read my review later.